So guys, welcome to a new video. I have spent some time looking up books that are coming out this month and next month, so November, December, but also a few books that came out in October that I really like or I'm interested in. So let me talk to you guys about, I still have a little bit of, you know that feeling when you have eaten a little bit of candy and you have candy stuck to your teeth? Yeah, that's me now. But yeah, so I am going to talk to you guys about books that have come out from October up until December that I personally am interested in. So let's start. Let's begin with October. Obviously, I'm going from the 1st of October all the way till the end of this year, basically. So up until Christmas, New Year, and that's it. So I'm going to start with Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Moniscalco because I have actually purchased this book. This came out the 3rd of October, and it is like not necessarily in the series, but like a spin-off. So yeah. Sinner, villain, wicked. The Prince of Envy has never claimed to be a saint, but when a cryptic note arrives, signaling the beginning of a deadly game, he knows it will take more than a hint of sin to win and save his fallen demon court. Riddles, hexed objects, anonymous players, nothing will stand in his way, though none of his meticulous plans prepare him for her, the frustrating artist who ignites his sin like no other. Virtuous darling, liar. The trouble with scoundrels and blackguards is that they don't have modicum of honor, a fact Miss Camilla Antonius learns after one desperate mistake allows Reverly Green's most notorious rake to blackmail her. To avoid a ruinous scandal, Camilla is forced to enter a devil's bargain with Envy, little expecting his game will awaken her true nature. Together, Envy and Camilla must embark on a perilous journey through the underworld, from glittering demon courts to the sultry vampire realm and beyond, while trying to avoid the most dangerous trap of all, falling in love. Now, I have read Kingdom of the Wicked. I have not read the second and third book, yet I did purchase this one, because I do love a nice spin-off, and to be honest, I most of the time like the first book in a series, and then up until 2 and 3 it just goes downhill from there for me. So I do want to read the second and third book before reading this spin-off, basically. Okay, my hamster just woke up. That's what I was hearing. So yeah, that's basically why I did purchase this book already, so yeah. Then on the same date, the 3rd of October, came the Hurricane Wars by Tia Guanzon. I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. This is basically a new author, basically. So this is her first book, and I'm actually really excited about this. If the cover does the story justice, this is going to be brilliant. I have read some reviews online, and they all say, well, not all, but most say that it is a really good book, so I'm excited for it. I have ordered this and I don't know when it's going to come in, so stay tuned for another book haul. The Heart is a battlefield. All Taliesin, guys, fantasy names, has ever known is a hurricane wars. Growing up an orphan in a nation under siege by the ruthless Night Emperor, Taliesin has found her family among the soldiers who fight for freedom. But she's hiding a deadly secret. Light magic courses through her veins, a blazing power believed to have been wiped out years ago that can cut through the Night Emperor's shadows. Prince Alaric, the Emperor's only son and heir, has been forged into a weapon by his father. Tasked with obliterating any threats to the Night Emperor's rule with the strength of his armies and mighty shadow magic, Alaric has never been bested. That is until he sees Taliesin's burning brightly on the battlefield with the magic that killed his grandfather, turned his father into a monster, and ignited the Hurricane Wars. A clash of light and dark, their powers merge and create a force that the likes of which has never been seen. Taliesin and Alaric both know this war can only end with them, but a greater threat is coming, and the strange new magic they can create together could be the only way to overcome it. Thrust into an uneasy alliance, they will confront the secrets at the heart of the war and find in each other a searing passion, one that could save their world or destroy it. So, when reading this, I am really intrigued by it. It sounds really good, so I am happy that I ordered this. I don't know when I'm going to have it. I hope this week, so I can finally start. Next up is another book that I have ordered because it's Cassandra Clare. Even though I have never read one of her books, this one did sound a little bit more up my alley. This is also adult fantasy and not young adult fantasy, so it's a little bit of a switch for me. This is Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, and it came out the 10th of October. In the vibrant city-state of Castellan, I think that's how you pronounce it, the richest of nobles and the most debauched of criminals have one thing in common: the constant search for wealth, power, and the next hedonistic thrill. Gal is an orphan, stolen from the life he knew to become the sword catcher, the body double of a royal heir, Prince Connor Orel. Why do they make names so difficult to pronounce? Tell me this. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. He has been raised alongside the prince, trained in every aspect of combat and statecraft. He and Connor are as close as brothers, but Gal knows that his destiny is to die for Connor. No other future is possible. Lynn Castor is one of the Ashkar, a small community whose members still possess magical abilities. By law, they must live behind walls within the city, but Lynn, a physician, ventures out to tend to the sick and dying. Despite her skills, she cannot heal her best friend without access to forbidden knowledge. After a failed assassination attempt bring Lynn and Cal together, they are drawn into the web of the mysterious Ragpicker King, the criminal ruler of Castellan's underworld. He offers them each what they want most, but as they descend into his world of intrigue and shadow, they discover a conspiracy of corruption that reaches from the darkest gutters of Castellane to the highest tower of its palaces. As long-kept secrets begin to unravel, they must ask themselves, is knowledge worth the price of betrayal? Can forbidden love bring down a kingdom? And will their discoveries plunge their nation into war and the world into chaos? That was a really, really long back of a book. So yeah, I have ordered this, and when reading this, I am actually really excited that it's going to come out pretty soon. Well, not going to come out, it is out, but I will have it by then. Then, on the 17th of October, Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillick came out. I have read the first one. This is basically the Shepherd King duology, and I have read the first one, which was really, really good. One Dark Window, it was really, really good. I love this book. I rated it 5 stars, and I have ordered the physical copy as well as this book, Two Twisted Crowns. In the luscious dark sequel to One Dark Window, Elspeth must face the consequences of what she's wrought. Perfect for reader of Hannah Whitten's For the Wolf, which I did not like, by the way. Elspeth and Raven have gathered most of the 12 Providence cards, but the last and most important one remains to be found: the Twin Alders. If they are going to find it before the solstice and cure the kingdom of the dark magic infecting it, they will need to journey beyond the dark, dangerous mist-cloaked forest that surrounds their kingdom. And the only one who can lead them there is the monster that shares Elspeth's goddamn head, the Nightmare, and he is not eager to share any longer. So, like I said, I rated the first book 5 stars, and this is so going to be... Let's cross our fingers and hope that the second book is just as good as the first one, because God, guys, this was so good. Then on the 24th of October came out, which was really hyped up, by the way, A Curse of True Love by Stephanie Garber, which came out the 24th of October. I have read the first one. I have not finished or started the second one, basically. I should go and start the second one, but I'm not really in the mood to read that book. So yeah, this is book 3, 2 Villains, 1 Girl, and a Deadly Battle of Happily Ever After. Evangeline Fox ventures to the magnificent north in search of her happy ending, and it seems as if she has it. She's married to a handsome prince and lives in a legendary castle, but Evangeline has no idea of the devastating price she's paid for this fairy tale. She doesn't know what she has lost, and her husband is determined to make sure she never finds out. But first he must kill Jax, the Prince of Hearts. Blood will be shed, hearts will be stolen, and true love will be put to the test in A Curse of True Love. So basically, I did read the first book. I liked it, but I didn't love it, so that's why I probably am putting off reading the second book. Now excuse me. Now I do have to say that because of the hype, I do tend to read the books so I can follow the hype a little bit. But yeah, not 100% sure now, guys. I will have to think about it. I have so many books that I want to read, so I don't know if I'm going to follow this hype. Then we are into this month, which is November. And on this day, which is the 7th of November, is today, 2 books are coming out. And one is Bookshops and Bondas by Travis Baldry, which is basically a prequel to Legends and Lattes, I believe. Is it? Yeah, Legends and Lattes. When an injury throws a young battle-hungry orc off a chosen path, she may find that what we need isn't always what we seek. Viv's career with the notorious mercenary companion Rackham's Ravens isn't going as planned. Wounded during the hunt for a powerful necromancer, she's packed off against her will to recuperate. In the sleepy beach town of Merck, so far away from the action that she swears she'll never be able to return to it. What's a thwarted soldier of fortune to do? Spending her hours at a I don't know how to pronounce this word, guys. At a bookshop. I'm just going to skip that word. Spending her hours at a bookshop in the company of its foul-mouthed proprietor is the last thing Viv would have predicted. But it may be both exactly what she needs and the seed of changes she couldn't possibly imagine. Still, adventure isn't all that far away. A suspicious traveler in grey, a gnome with a chip on her shoulder, a summer fling, and an improbable number of skeletons prove Merck to be more eventful than Viv could have ever expected. I have not read Legends and Lattes, guys. I don't know why yet, but it's somewhere on my wish list, and I probably will read this once. But yeah, this book came out the 7th of November, which is today, and it's the same day as Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. Now, I have read this first book. I have rated it yet again 5 stars, loved it. No, not 5 stars, probably 4.5 stars. I actually liked the other book that I just said much better, which is God, I just completely forgot. One Dark Window. I actually liked One Dark Window better than Iron Flame. God, am I really that forgetful? Yes, I am. I forgot the first name of the book. But yeah. So Iron Flame is the second book of Rebecca Yarros, and let me quickly talk about this. Everyone expected Violet Sorengale to die during her first year at Biscayat War College, Violet included, But rationing was only the first impossible test, meant to weed out the weak-willed, the unworthy, and the unlucky. Now the real training begins, and Violet is already wondering how she'll get through it. It's not just that it's grueling and maliciously brutal, or even that it's designed to stretch the writer's capacity for pain beyond endurance. It's the new vice commandant who's made it his personal mission to teach Violet exactly how powerless she is, unless she betrays the man she loves. Although Violet's body might be weaker and frailer than everyone else's, she still has her wits and a will of iron. And leadership is forgetting the most important lesson that Gaia has taught her. Dragon riders make their own rules, but determination to survive won't be enough this year, because Violet knows the real secret hidden for centuries at Basgiath War College, and nothing, not even Dragonfire, may be enough to save them in the end. I loved the first book, rated 4.5 stars. Second book, I have not pre-ordered, by the way. I mean, I work at a bookshop, I can always purchase it or order it from them, so I am going to wait until I have finished a little bit more of the books on my TBR before buying this book, even though I really do want to read this, so yeah. Next is Kingdom of the Forgotten by Carissa Weeks, which is, by the way... Oh no, it's not the last. Oh, I did not put these two in order. I'm going to start with Defiant by Brandon Sanderson, because this is first published. And this comes out the 21st of November. It's the fourth book in the Skyward series, which I have not read. But I did want to include this because this book is one of the authors that I am excited to start reading about. From the first New York Times best-selling author Brandon Sanderson comes the final book in an epic series about a girl who will travel beyond the stars to save the world she loves from destruction. Spencer, I love the name. Just saying, I love the name. Spencer made it out of nowhere, but what she saw in the space between the stars has changed her forever. She came face to face with the Delvers and finally got answers to the questions she's had about her own strange psionic gifts. Sometimes pronouncing words in English can be difficult when you're not native speaking in English. The superiority didn't stop in its fight for the galactic dominance while she was gone, though. Spencer's team, Skyward Flight, was able to hold Winzig off and even collect allies to help with the cause. But it's only a matter of time until humanity and the rest of the galaxy falls. Defeating them will require all the knowledge Spencer gathered while in the nowhere. But being psionic is more complicated than she ever could have imagined. Now Spencer must ask herself, how far is she willing to go for victory, if it means losing herself and her friends in the process. So this is the final book in a series, the Skyward series, and I have heard so many great things that I am probably going to order the first book so I can see what this is about. Also because I really do want to read a Brandon Sanderson book, because I have heard so many great things about this author, so yeah. Then comes Kingdom of the Forgotten by Carissa Weeks, which comes out the 28th of November. This is also the fourth book in this series. I have read the first book, which is The Witch Hunter, I believe, or something like that. Let's see. Murderous gods, forbidden romance, unlikely allies, and a woman torn between a past she doesn't belong to and a future she can no longer see. Kingdom of the Forgotten is the fourth installment in Carissa Weeks' Witchwalker series, a romantic epic fantasy tale that will leave you breathless. Raina Bloodgood has never imagined existing during an era reigned by gods, much less falling back in time to a divided warring continent. But after a cataclysmic meeting near the city of Rune, that's exactly where she lands, in an age only known from history and legend, imprisoned by a deadly sorcerer. Alexei of Ghent. I know Ghent. Ghent is a place in Belgium. Not in this book. Alexei of Ghent, Undralak, the Gatherer. Dorena makes every attempt to escape her nightmare as Undralak's, just sorry if I pronounced this really weird, prisoner. The power that delivered her to his foreign land along with her magic now denies her. Trapped but far from invisible, her mysterious presence draws the attention of not only Alexei but his malevolent king and god as well. Soon Reyna finds herself guided by an unimaginable mentor as she navigates her lineage, her passion for a villain, and unstoppable events that leave her with a heart-wrenching divulge the truth of her circumstances to the man she's falling in love with all over again, or abandon him to a torturous fate. And 3 centuries searching for a life forgotten. That was so really written at the end. Probably me. Yeah, I have read the first book, loved the first book, and I really need to read the next in the series, but yeah. I am probably going to download quite a few books for my trip in December, so this is probably going to be the second book on there as well. Then we have Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, which comes out the 26th of December. So, Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross is the second book in the Divine Rival duology. This comes out this 26th of December. I have not read the first book, to be honest. I do have this on my list, and I have read the prequel, so I do know a little bit about it. I did love the writing style, so I will probably buy this book as well someday. 2 weeks have passed since Iris Winnow returned home bruised and heartbroken from the front, but the war is far from over. Roman is missing, and the city of Oath continues to dwell in a state of disbelief and ignorance. When Iris and Etty are given another chance to report on Dre's movements, they both take the opportunity and head westward once more despite the danger, knowing it's only a matter of time before the conflict reaches a city that's unprepared and fracturing beneath the Chancellor's wing. Since waking below in Dre's realm, Roman cannot remember his past, but given the reassurance that his memories will return in time, Roman begins to write articles for Durs, uncertain of his place in the greater scheme of the war. When a strange letter arrives by a wardrobe door, Roman is first suspicious, then intrigued. As he strikes up a correspondence with his mysterious pen pal, Roman will soon have to make a decision: stand with Darcy or betray the god who healed him. And as the days grow darker, inevitably drawing Roman and Iris close together, the two of them will risk their very hearts and futures to change the tides of war. This book is also probably going to be on my wish list. I did like what I have read so far about Divine Rivals, so probably this is going to go on the wish list as well, which is ever growing, and I don't know how the heck I'm going to read all the books I ever want to read. So yeah, those are basically all the books that are coming out this month and next month, and that came out previous month in October. I hope you guys find any books in here that you might want to read as well. I'm probably going to do another of these videos next month, but then from books that are going to come out in January, maybe even February, because I did have a few already. So I will talk to you guys later. Next video will probably be a vlog or a book haul, because I did film a book haul already, and I have probably another book haul coming up in the next few weeks. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thumbs up if you did. Follow and subscribe. Bye guys!